Ambassador Rodrigues-Birkett highlighted that Guyana's overwhelming election victory, securing 191 of 192 votes, signaled deep global trust in the country's leadership, especially as a small state. She described the Security Council as both a privilege and a burden, stressing its unmatched authority as the only UN body whose decisions bind the entire membership. With this understanding, Guyana entered its term committed to defending multilateralism and the Charter, advocating daily for the protection of territorial integrity, sovereignty, and international human rights law.
And the Council is responsible for the maintenance of international peace and security, which is the foundation of the UN. As you would recall, the UN was founded after World War II. And the Charter, the UN Charter, speaks at the very beginning that the United Nations is formed to prevent the scourge of war ever again. So the Council is extremely important, and it's the one body of the United Nations that when it makes a decision, it must be adhered to by the entire United Nations.
She stressed that being a small state did not diminish Guyana's voice or its ideas. Instead, it strengthened Guyana's resolve to champion cooperation, collective security, and non military solutions to conflict. Values a small state depend on first survival. Guided by this philosophy, Guyana consistently argued for respect of the Charter in every conflict before the Council. Ambassador Rodrigues Burkett noted that although geopolitical pressures made the work challenging, Guyana remained focused on upholding humanitarian and human rights laws across all global crises discussed at the UNSC.
In fact, small countries are the ones that I believe are the sticklers for multilateralism because we realize that our destinies are tied with others as well. We do not have large militaries, and in this day and age, you do not have military solutions to conflict. So we know that very well. And we went on the council with that. And every day we sit on the council, we advocate for the charter to be upheld, and included in that would be territorial integrity and sovereignty. We know our own position. International law as a whole, but also for international human rights law and humanitarian law to be upheld in conflict situations.
According to the ambassador, Guyana's principled stance earned its significant visibility and respect within the council. She said that even as a small, non permanent member, Guyana's leadership and voice were acknowledged among its peers. The firm, consistent positions taken by the country drew considerable coverage during its tenure. Ambassador Rodrigues Burkett expressed pride that despite a difficult international environment, Guyana stayed true to its values and responsibilities.
I know that our voice is respected, the voice of Guyana, because the voice of Guyana, in addition to us or me or any one of the team speaking at the Security Council, we have to see this within the whole. When our president speaks, when our vice president speaks, when our minister speaks as well, we're all speaking the same language. It is Guyana. And we were able to have quite a bit of coverage during our time on the council because of the positions we take.
As Guyana's 23-month term near its end, Ambassador Rodrigues Birkett said the country remains confident in the legacy it leaves behind, one defined by integrity, consistency, and an unshakable commitment to the Charter. The mission, she said, was always clear: uphold the rules, defend the vulnerable, and honor the trust the international community placed in Guyana. Faith Sandy, Guyana TV 9 News.